them.
What I love about it is the humility that one can find in pride. You know, that when you're a deeply humble person, you don't have to be speak of your pride, you can just do. And that's one of the things I love about you and your work.
Thank you.
So I wanted you to read that.
You know, I want to read one more in this sequence because
Are you kidding?
One of the things that I think is so interesting about writing historical poems and about writing in persona is, and it's a wonderful writing trick. I don't teach poetry as much as I used to, but a great writing trick is to ask students to choose a historical persona, someone they're obsessed with, and write in the voice of that person. And inevitably, the magic trick at the end is that you find that if you've been successful, you've learned something about yourself that perhaps you might not have been able to say directly.
Right, because you're behind metaphor.
Because you're behind metaphor and behind persona.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're writing out of obsession. So,
Yes.
so this is a poem called Allegiance, again in the voice of one of these girls. And it's 1830 about in these poems. And they're all sonnets. Teacher is bewildered when packages and letters come from far to say how brave, how visionary, how stare down the beast is Prudence Crandall of Canterbury. Work, she says, there is always work to do, not in the name of self, but in the name, the water clarity of what is right. We crave radiance in this austere world, light in the spiritual darkness. Learning is the one perfect religion, its path correct, narrow, certain, straight. At its end, it blossoms and billows into vari-colored polyphony, the sweet infinity of true knowledge. And so when I would start reading from that and imagining these young girls who traveled so far, and of course, you know, what was travel in 1830? How did you get from Lynchburg, Virginia to Canterbury, Connecticut in 1830? How did your parents send you there? How did your parents say goodbye to you?
Yes.
I would think as I read and would feel more and more fervor in my body as I read that poem, I would think, I believe that.